I say, we got ourselves a murder on a riverboat on the Nile, I do declare. Kind of Michael Scott for you guys. But that's kind of like what this movie is like. It kind of is that Savannah, Georgia kind of flair, but it's on the Nile. This movie's set in the 30s, and it's about a world-class detective named Hercule Poirot, who's played by Kenneth Branagh, who also happens to be the director of this movie. And Poirot is on a holiday in Egypt, and he runs into a friend named Book, who's there for a friend's honeymoon party. And his friends who are honeymooners are Armie Hammer and Gal Gadot. And so they invite Hercule Poirot to join in on the festivities on this riverboat they got on the Nile. And while they're all out there having a good time, all hell breaks loose. Someone gets murdered, and now Hercule Poirot has to roll his sleeves up and figure out who did this murder and why. And we just dive into a crazy murder mystery movie here where we try and figure out who is the suspect here, who is the prime suspect, and why did they do this to whoever got murdered. And it's a fun little ride, guys, I gotta say. Okay, I gotta be honest with you guys. It takes a little while to get going for the person to get murdered. It takes a little bit of a while before that happens. They do a lot of backstory, and some of it is necessary, guys. Some of it is necessary. You need it for the movie to move forward, for you to understand the story and the motives as it goes on. But some of it is a lot of fluff, guys. We get a lot of fluff in this movie, a lot of Hollywood magic. There's a lot of jump scares. This movie isn't very scary. It's not a movie like that where you're gonna get scared, but they add these elements of jump scares, like animals jumping out at you and creatures jumping out at you and things jumping out at you that seems so out of place and so out of whack, just so unnecessary. I don't know why they're even there. And I gotta be honest, guys, I jumped in my seat too. I'm sorry to say, I got scared, but it just felt so out of place and unnecessary. They're trying to create a vibe that they're not doing with the material, the subject matter that they're giving you. They're doing it with cheap ploys, with these jump scares, and I didn't appreciate that too much. I didn't like that. What I did like, though, was that every character, you felt like there was a reason they could be a suspect. As it's going along, I found myself thinking, oh, it could be this person, or oh, it could be that person. And I really liked that element of it because I was on my toes the whole time. I was jumping back and forth from different suspects, thinking it could be this person, it could be that person. And I found myself engaged in this movie, and I was having a good time going with it. My only gripe here is, besides the jump scares, is that it takes a long time. This movie is like 2 hours and 20 minutes, but it feels a lot longer, guys. It feels like it's kind of drags out. Things take a long time to happen. There's a lot of dead space, a lot of dead air. It just felt kind of stale throughout a bunch of times. Overall, this is a fun little ride. It's enjoyable. You're surprised by who the killer is at the end. It's a fun experience getting there, but at the same time, it's very slow. Poirot takes his time. It's methodical. It's fun to watch him do his investigation and use his investigatory skills. That's a lot of fun. It's fun to watch him use his interrogation methods and try and piece together what he thinks happened out loud and working it all out in front of you. And I like how it all unveils in front of you. I appreciate that, enjoy the criminology behind it. I like that a lot. I just didn't like how slow it felt at times. Just kind of felt boring. The essence of it felt very neutral and very bland. You know, it just didn't feel very glamorous. It didn't feel like a glamorous riverboat on the Nile vacation. It felt kind of boring and kind of bland. I give this movie a creme de la out of a creme de la creme or a silver ranking. I had fun with the murder mystery. I was engaged. I was trying to figure out who it was during the entire film. I almost guessed right a few times. I did guess right a few times because I pretty much guessed everybody as it was going along. But at the same time, it was very slow. It could have been a lot better paced, and there were a lot of things that I felt were unnecessary in this film. Let me know if you guys are interested in watching this movie, if this is one you guys are excited to see. And if you've seen it, let me know what you guys think of my take on it, if you guys agree with me. I'm really curious to know what you guys think about it. Let me know in the comment section below. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more content and reviews. And I'll catch you on the next, according to Ash. Stay gold.